How does a world leader walking home from a movie end up the victim of one of the most perplexing unsolved murders in modern history? On February 28, 1986, Sweden's Prime Minister Olof Palme was assassinated on a quiet Stockholm street. Decades later, the case remains unsolved, shrouded in conspiracy theories, investigative failures, and haunting questions. Olof Palme was a man of contradictions, born into privilege, yet a fierce advocate for socialism. As Prime Minister, he introduced progressive policies in healthcare, education, and labor rights that reshaped Sweden. Internationally, he was a vocal critic of apartheid, U.S. involvement in Vietnam, and Soviet aggression, carving out a role as a moral conscience on the world stage. His unapologetic stance against global superpowers earned him admiration among the oppressed, but created powerful enemies, both at home and abroad. It is this polarizing legacy that casts a long shadow over the mystery of his death. On the evening of February 28th, Palme and his wife, 𝐕𝐈𝐃, attended a screening of the Mozart Brothers at Stockholm's Grand Cinema. In his trademark informal style, Palme dismissed his security detail, opting to walk home unguarded. At 11:21 p.m., as they reached the intersection of Sveavägen and Tunnelgatan, a lone gunman emerged from behind. 2 shots rang out. The first struck Palme in the back, killing him almost instantly. The second grazed 𝐕𝐈𝐃. The gunman fled into the darkness, leaving behind a stunned nation and one of modern history's greatest whodunits. The immediate response to Palme's assassination was chaotic, marred by delays and mismanagement. The crime scene was poorly secured, and crucial evidence was lost or contaminated. Witness accounts varied wildly, describing everything from the gunman's appearance to his escape route. The police, unprepared for such a high-profile crime, faced immense public pressure, but struggled to produce results. As leads dried up, the case turned into a labyrinth of dead ends and conflicting theories. In 1988, Christer Pettersson, a small-time criminal, was convicted of Palme's murder after 𝐕𝐈𝐃 identified him in a lineup. However, the conviction was overturned due to lack of evidence and procedural errors. Pettersson's erratic behavior and proximity to the crime scene keep him a plausible suspect, but doubts about his involvement persist. Palme's outspoken opposition to apartheid led to speculation that South African intelligence orchestrated his murder. Defectors from the regime hinted at involvement, citing his vocal criticism and support for anti-apartheid movements. Yet, no tangible evidence ever surfaced. The Kurdistan Workers' Party, PKK, was another suspect, accused of retaliating against Swedish policies. However, this theory was later dismissed due to insufficient evidence. Some theorists believe the CIA targeted Palme due to his alignment with socialist movements and criticism of U.S. foreign policy. While this theory fits the Cold War narrative, it remains purely speculative. In 2020, Swedish prosecutors named Stig Engström, a graphic designer, as the prime suspect. Engström had been present at the scene and displayed suspicious behavior afterward. However, his death in 2000 left the case unresolved, and many question the strength of the evidence against him. Why did Palme dismiss his security detail on such a fateful night? Could his enemies have exploited this habit? Was this a personal vendetta or a politically motivated assassination? The Cold War backdrop and Palme's prominence on the international stage lend weight to the idea of foreign involvement, but no theory has ever been proven. What do you think happened that night? Share your theories in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Baffling Mysteries for more stories that defy explanation.